A question I get asked a lot is batteries. What battery do I need? A common one I get all the time is what size battery do I need to use to operate portable with my Zygo G90, as well as other radios? I get this question a lot. Well, there is a way to formulate, calculate, and see amp hour wise, watt hour wise, what you really need. You know what? I'm going to show you, it kind of goes against conventional wisdom, the smallest, easiest, and most affordable battery you could put together for different situations of going out and operating portable. And how do I know this? I'm doing this from experience. I put the batteries with the radio and operate it over time. I'm going to go through all of that right now and show you my thoughts on operating, what batteries to use when operating portable. Stick around. Without any need for discussion, everyone knows that a LiFePo4 battery is the way to operate portable and going with ham radio for so many reasons. Its weight compared to a lead acid battery, another type of battery. Right now, the cost of those have come way down, and I just want to go over a couple that I have here. I've got these are people ask me to start off with the Zygo G90. What do I have powered the Zygo G90 with a 6 amp hour battery forever. It's just day one, and these things are, I mean, lightweight, small, easy to carry, and that's one reason why I like a lightweight battery, is because when I'm going down over a dune and walking down to the beach with my portable setup when I'm on the beach, I need something as light as possible. I can almost fit a 6 amp hour battery in my pocket. This is a good one too. Lifetime. I'm going to give you a link to these, but I put these to the test. These are a couple. I just got a couple new batteries because I need them, and I'm going to tell you the test I put these through to kind of give you an idea. A lot of people will tell you that with 6 amp hours, more for a 5 to 10 watt QRP type radio. I tell you what, I can run my G90 all day. I mean, all day long, and make 50, 60, 70 contacts hunting. I'm sure even with a POTA activation, I could do a pretty long hour or so POTA activation with this, no problem. Come home and it still it doesn't need charging at all. So that's a good place to start. Kind of against conventional wisdom too. A lot of people will say that this is not enough power for a 100 watt radio, but a 12 amp hour battery. This is the other new battery I just got. This is from Lifetime. A 12 amp hour LiFePo4 battery. It is really, it's 153 watt hours. That is right at the cusp of what you can travel with on an airplane. You can get on an airplane. I have with a 12 amp hour battery before and fly with it, but check it, 150 amp hours TSA. So you might be on the edge there, but I power 100 watt radios with this, and every 100 watt radio is different. The draw for receive, for power, whatever. But I just did a little test with these two batteries. The first test I did was for 3 days, I hooked my Zygo G90 up here in my shack, and for just 3 days using it, casually using it, probably making 15 to 20 QSOs a day, but listening all day long. I kept this thing on for 8 hours straight, 3 days in a row, and probably, like I said, made 10 to 15 short contacts with it, and it's still going. It really is. It's I need to maybe check where I'm at, but it's when I hook this thing up. Another story. When I hook this thing up to the charger, I'm still getting a green light. We'll go over that in a minute. Did the same thing the next 3 days. I hooked this LiFePo4 12 amp hour battery up to my Yaesu FT710 and did the same thing. Kept it on for 8 hours straight to receive, and probably made 10, 15 QSOs one day. I had a day where I made about 20, but 3 days in a row. After those 3 days, this morning, I just came in, cut it on, and made this contact.
Yeah, thanks, Walt. And you're the same report, 5758, 5758, Walt. And good to hear you again. And back home again, indoors out of the rain. So good job. Okay, Walt, thanks very much, and we'll catch up again, okay?
Hey, Roger that. I appreciate coming back to me there. I'm testing out a battery. I've been running my 100 watt FT710 on a little 12 amp hour battery for 3 days, and it's still working, so I'm amazed there. Anyway, thank you so much for the contact there, my friend. Victor Kilo 6 Lima Golf, Kilo 4 Oscar Golf Oscar 73.
Yeah, 7-3 well, good morning. Hope you have a enjoyable rainy day.
So as you can see, it's still running after 3 days of casual use and that. I would think that this would be the lightest, probably the lowest. I know some people I've seen use a 10 amp hour battery, but I think a 12 amp hour battery is probably as low as you're going to go because really you're not meeting the real requirements of 100 watts. Someone's going to make that comment on here, but it works. And this is all this video is about practical use for these. But yeah, a 12 amp hour battery, you can get by with it. And once again, it's a lightweight battery and easy to use and get down. Now, charging these things are pretty easy too. I know there's a couple different ones on there, but just a simple little LiFePo4 chargers. These are all over the place. I got mine on Amazon. When you first connect these to the battery, if you connect it and it's got a little light, they have little lights on them. If they're red, it needs charging. If they're green, they're still good. And let's do that now. Let's hook this out. I'll connect this to the one I just used, the 12 amp hour battery. And you can see it's red, so it needs to be charged. I've taken it down, but when you plug this thing in, it'll stay red until it's charged, and it'll turn green. So that's interesting. I was did not just showing you that it worked. But after 3 days of operation, making the contact I just made this morning, needs to be charged. I'll charge it up. We'll do the same thing with the 6 amp hour that I ran for 3 days, and it's been sitting for 4 days. Yeah, it's red as well. So once again, plug these things in. The light will turn green and pop it off, and these are so easy to get. And these are cheap. I think I paid $9.99 US for that charger. But that's the option. That's just my thought on it. Someone's going to tell you that I'm pushing the envelope or it's not enough power or what have you. My thought is operating portable, getting to where you're going to go, especially for a POTA activation. If you're only going to be out an hour or two, these batteries are more than enough for you to operate with a good 100-watt radio or a Zygo G90 for the smaller battery. Or, QRP, you're going to go even longer. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put a link to these two batteries, these Lifetime batteries below to the two batteries and to the store. I'm sure Lifetime has other ones on. I know they do for Amazon, their Amazon link. And you can look at those. They're inexpensive. I think this one is the smaller one's like $39. The larger one's $59 US bucks. And you're up and running and operating portable with a decent LiFePo4 battery. There you go. That was mine. I get that question a lot about powering, what I use for power. That's what I use for power. I've used it from day one forever. I think I've had the G90 for 4 years, and for 4 years straight, I've been using the 6 amp hour LiFePo4 battery. My 100-watt days are kind of not as, I don't do it as much as I do with the G90, but I've gone out quite a few times with 100-watt radios and used them and found that I've actually used a 10 amp hour a few times, but I've found that the 12 is, for me, it meets what I need because I'm not going to be out there. Now, if you're going on an all day long field day, that battery might not be your choice, but like I said, for POTA activations and a quick hit, that's the way to go. Anyway, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Till next time, I'm Walt, K4OGO. Stay salty, my friends.